Welcome. The jazz of psychology brings you a dose of psychology and everyday life mixed with a twist in the world best research material. When real life becomes a source of case studies. If experience is the best teacher, then life is the best research. It's not necessary to develop a hypothesis and collect data through extensive experimentation in order to find something. With observation and analysis, everything in the world can become a case study with every living moment. All it takes is to watch and listen. Of course, asking a few follow-up questions would be perfect, if possible, but is not required. A lot of things can be seen and understood differently when observing the environment around a person. Not all public happenings are private, especially if they are shared willingly on social media. No, it does not mean eavesdropping on people's conversations or spying on them either. No, this is not gossip either. This is real-life research on the spot. There are plenty of things that people share about themselves without realizing it. Like through a conversation at work by the water cooler or a post. All it takes is a walk down the street, a bench in the park, or standing in line at the supermarket. A lot can be said by the way a person carries themselves. How they construct sentences, what words and tone they use for it. Sometimes these things reveal more about the person's character and their mindset than the person is able to describe about themselves when asked. Psychology helps to pay attention to the usually overlooked indicators, allowing for a better understanding of who a person is. Think of it as gathering intel. It's possible to create an image of a person based on the intel gathered, even before finding out the real truth. It's a 50-50 shot that the assumptions will be correct or not. But those odds can be tilted with psychology. The better a person is at using psychology, the more they know of how it works, the better and more accurate the assumptions will be. Afterwards, it is only a question of confirming the intel. Of course, it is only worth noting that nothing in this world is absolute, and psychology should not be taken as such either. Mistakes happen. That's just the way of life. Now then, back on point. Because the purpose of this blog is to show how psychology, and lack of it, can influence people's lives. Merely describing psychology in general terms may not be enough. As such, there will be real-life case studies used as examples to illustrate certain points. The examples are a collection of observations and analysis from living in this world. Nothing more. For those who are concerned about privacy and personal information, rest easy. No such things are used. Besides the occasional details needed for clarification. That's all. The examples can be a decade old, fresh this week, or from 30 years ago. Who knows? Which is exactly the point. It's not about who did what and how. It's about what a mindset does to a person. It's about how the mindset influences a person's life and those around them. It's about providing examples of thinking and behavior. Not proof. Otherwise, this blog would be publishing academic-level case studies and analysis. If it's easier, think of it this way. Stand-up comedians often use their own life experience and events for their material. They also use other people's stories, or simply their observations about what they have seen some people say or do. At times,